Thursday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we're going to be having a look at another Fog of War puzzle today. I've been on a roll with Fog of War recently, and I'm delighted to tell you, I am actually delighted to tell you that this puzzle, this Fog of War puzzle, involves absolutely no reciprocals. If you watched last night's video, and you must have a go at yesterday's puzzle, incredible from Cactus Love. Yin Yang with mad reciprocal cages and things like that involved in it. Anyway, this puzzle is called Musically Keane, and it's by the Pie Guy. The Pie Guy is one of the great commentators on the channel, always there whenever we stream, leaves a lot of comments. The Pie Guy, thank you very much for all your support over the years, and the testers have had a look at this puzzle and they say it's fabulous, so I'm going to have a go at it. And the Pie Guy, I think it's Joel in real life. If I hope I'm not misremembering. But the Pie Guy, I think this is your debut on the channel as well. So I really hope I'll be able to solve your puzzle. And I had a quick look at the rules, and there's all sorts of songs referenced in the rules. I don't know whether I'll be able to include those. If this does become a video, I don't know whether I'll be able to include those in the instructions you'll see on the screen, because there are quite a lot of them, but I will do them justice when we work through the rules together in a moment or two's time. Now, what else can I tell you about, though, before we kick off? I've got quite a lot of birthdays to do today. I'll quickly mention Patreon as well, where we've got this wonderful competition running that so many of you have been enjoying. Sandra and Nala and Panthera with the Pet Detectives. Here we go. Let's have a look at the current count. So 455 was the number to beat, and we are now 503 with six. Look how many. Loads of the puzzles have had over 1,000 solves. It's phenomenal. Very well done to all of you who are getting involved in this, and especially well done to the 503 of you who've solved all of the puzzles. That is very, very awesome work indeed. It's over on Patreon right now. It's a couple of bucks a month to join us over there and get involved and win the chance to come onto the channel and appear in a video if that might appeal. There's also, I should say, loads of extra content on Patreon as well. Oh, and please do subscribe. We are so close to 700,000 subscribers. It's a couple of hundred away, literally. So anything you can help us anything you can do to help us get to that milestone would be very, very much appreciated. Now, blueprints, I'm hoping it will happen next Monday. I'll know more, I think, at the end of play tomorrow, whether that's for sure happening. And if you're subscribed, you'll obviously get a notification. But don't assume 100% it is happening yet. I'm still waiting to hear about something. Fingers crossed it will, though. Now, birthdays. Let's do some birthdays. Now, it's not my fault, this one, but Laura, it was your birthday yesterday. I only got the message at sort of after recording time yesterday. So US style, your birthday day is 7/8/78. So many happy returns for yesterday. I like the way that you teach people how to remember your birthday, and I hope you had a good day with obviously very heavily iced chocolate cake. Next, Alec, your very good friend Arya. Arya, what a beautiful name. That reminds me of Arya Stark from George R.R. Martin's novels. Alec, anyway, you're apparently completely obsessed with Sudoku, and I think you might enjoy the channel as well. So thank you if that's all true, and I hope you have a great birthday today. Next, Brian. Brian, you're turning the big 70 tomorrow over there in Massachusetts. Been watching since lockdown. Thank you very much for doing that. And your friends are taking you to a nice Italian restaurant, and you're going to try and do me proud with the awesomeness of the chocolate cake you're planning on having. You've also had 3 holes in one, which is, I mean, that is very impressive. And if I understood your message correctly, it sounded like they'd all been on par 4s. I've only had 1 hole in one on a par 4, so that's even more impressive. But Brian, many happy returns for tomorrow. I hope you have a great day over there in Massachusetts, which always reminds me of that David Mitchell, Massachusetts flu. Trains revealed, a train's obscured, a quote around a broken cup. I like to see it lap the miles and lick the valleys up. Up, 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 through flew Hershey's mind, through clouds where snowstorms brew. New York State is dropped away, and Massachusetts flew, and Newfoundland is ice entombed, and Rockall gull beshatten, when no eye sees the lightning flash its momentary pattern. Anyway, I got distracted. This is what happens when you have my brain. It gets distracted. Sorry about that. Let's do the next birthday. Oh, this is for a Sunday, actually. Pia Lisa? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Pia Lisa, your husband Yari wrote to me with the most magnificent picture of you two, and also your 1 week old son, Pietari. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I've got the picture. Where is the picture? Here we go. Here is the three of you, and you're both wearing Rat Run t-shirts as well, which Marty will be delighted to see. And look at the little one there. What a great picture. It looks amazing place where you are. It looks like you're sort of out in the woods with a log cabin. Anyway, many happy returns and many congratulations too on the birth of your son. Now, next birthday is Maverick's sounds like he's doing loop-the-loops over the house. By the way, it's boiling again here today. We've got another heat wave here in the UK. It's like 32 degrees or something. Liane, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Your partner Quinn wrote to me and said it's your birthday tomorrow, and could I wish you a happy birthday? So I am doing just that. I really hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and I hope you have a great birthday with chocolate cake, of course, that's been heavily iced. And then finally, Stefano, you're turning 28, and I know this because your friend Joe wrote to me, told me that you're Italian, Stefano, and you've been watching Cracking the Cryptic while everybody else has been watching the World Cup. Well, I mean, it is extraordinary to me that Italy didn't qualify for the World Cup. What is going on there? But thank you for spending time with Cracking the Cryptic instead, and I hope you have a great birthday and that the chocolate cake is splendid. And that's all the news. So, shall we read the rules to Musically Keane? And we can see what the Pie Guy has in store for us. The testers really liked this, by the way. They said it was very clever, so I think we're in for a treat. Right, so it says normal Sudoku rules apply. So the digits 1 to 9, once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. And then it says U2 1 and Fleetwood Mac everywhere. So I don't know what that means. Does that mean the digit 1 is going everywhere? I'm not sure. But I think that's I don't think that's relevant to the solving. Then fog. The grid is covered in fog, some of which has been cleared. Yeah, that is true. Place digits correctly to clear more fog. Fog may clear at any time and from anywhere in the grid. Madness, grey day. Lighthouse family, lifted. Katie Tunstall, Suddenly I See. Of those three, I only know the Madness song. I'm not a big fan of the Lighthouse family, so I will say the Madness song is the best of those three. Cages. The digits in each cage must sum to the same total, which is to be deduced. Coldplay. Oh, Coldplay, In My Place. In My Place. Oh, that brings back memories. That's an ancient album, isn't it? Is that their first album? Keane, Somewhere Only We Know. I know that song as well. Coldplay, In My Place. Da, 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 da. This is... I shouldn't do this. Da, 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 da. How does that one go? Down. Oh dear. Da, 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 da. No, No, I'm not going to get this, am I? Something like that, isn't it? In my place. Anyway, that's yes, that's something I shouldn't have done. Anyway, a very, very, very good song, which I haven't heard for years. Okay, so let's just recapitulate that. So cages all add to the same. Okay. Thermometers. Digits on a thermometer must increase from the bulb to the tip. Okay. M people moving on up. Oh, I think I do know that song. I don't claim I would ever be able to play that on the guitar. Wren bands. Digits on a hollow purple line must form a consecutive sequence in some order with no repeats, e.g. 1, 2, 3. Snow Patrol, Run. That's a very good song. Nabners. Digits on a yellow line. Is that yellow? Oh no, that's probably a Dutch whisper actually, because there's a Dutch whisper rule coming up. So Nabners, digits on a yellow line. Let's draw a Nabner. That must not. Oh, okay. Let's draw a 3-cell Nabner. Must not be consecutive, e.g. 1, 4, 9. No digit is consecutive with any of the others. So if this was 1, 4, 9, that would be a legitimate Nabner. If it was 1, 2, 9, it wouldn't, because even if the 1 and the 2 weren't together, so let's say that this was 9 and this was 2, this line still contains a consecutive pair of digits. 2 and 1 are consecutive, and therefore that would be an invalid Nabner line. And the songs mentioned here are Coldplay's Yellow, that was their first album, I'm pretty sure, and Keane, We Might As Well Be Strangers. Oh, I don't know that one. I know the Coldplay one. Dutch whispers, digits in cells that are next to each other on an orange line, okay, dashed orange line, must be at least 4 apart, so 1, 9, 5 is the example given. Imagine Dragons Amsterdam, Coldplay a whisper, and Dire Straits so far away. Well, I mean, the mention of Dire Straits in instructions to Sudoku immediately elevates that Sudoku to sort of God tier level, because Dire Straits is, in my opinion, the greatest band ever. There, I've said it. Anyway, there's more rules. All lines go through at least 2 cells, and they never branch or cut off. Lines and thermometers may move diagonally. Okay. There are no... okay, so I really like this rule. There are no repeats on a constraint. So when considered together, all clues that follow the same constraint, e.g. Wren bands, must include each of the digits 1 to 9 exactly once. Okay, so there's some music mentioned there, but that's actually slightly different to what I was expecting this to say. So normally the constraint rule means that, you know, if this was, I don't know, if this was 159 and there was a Dutch whisper here, if this was 159, this could not have 1, 5 or 9 on it. But this is going slightly further. This is saying not only could this not have 159 on it, but there must be 9 cells of Dutch whispers in this grid. Because when considered together, we must all of the Dutch whispers lines, wherever they are, have to have all of the digits 1 to 9 on them. So that is a big difference actually. And the music is Keane, Everybody's Changing, and Bryan Adams, the only one. Bryan Adams, Run to You. I used to be able to play that on the guitar, but I'm not going to embarrass myself by attempting to remember how to. Actually, maybe if I get a chance, I'll do it. I'll do it for the intro. Anyway, they are all the rules, I think, and all the music. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play let's get cracking. So we don't actually know. We know that one, don't we? That one's got to be, I mean, that's going in those. It's not allowed to branch or anything. But this one, this could go off a wandering. So we know it goes in that cell, but we don't know anything else. And then we've got a cage going up here. And a cage there. So let's make the cages the same colours, because we know there can't be repeated digits in these. And indeed, there's got to be other cages in the grid that contain the digits that are not in these cells. And there was something else. What else did it say about cages? Do they all have to add up to the same amount or something? The digits in each cage sum to the same total. Right, which is going to have to be a factor of 45, isn't it? Now, I've elided over an important point in making that statement, and that's very naughty of me. Okay, I've revealed a secret, which I only share it with my very favourite people, but of course, it's fine, because if you're watching this video, you're definitely one of my favourite people. The secret of Sudoku is that all 9 Sudoku digits sum to 45. Now, we are told in this puzzle that once a digit is on a constraint, it appears all 9 digits have to appear on that constraint. So there have to be cages in this puzzle containing all 9 digits. So all of the cages together, all of the digits in cages together are going to sum to 45. Now that means, but we're then told an additional thing, which is each of the cages sums to the same total. So we can immediately now say there are not 4 cages in this puzzle. Because if there were 4 cages, each cage would have to divide, it would have to be sort of 11 and 11.25, wouldn't it? 11.25's worth of digits in each cage, if each cage has the same total and all the cages add up to 45, all the digits in the cages add up to 45. So that's not going to work. So we know, I think they're going to be 15 cages. There's going to be 3 cages, I think, that add up to 15. Is there any other way of doing it? If there were 5 cages summing to 9, that's impossible, actually. No, that is impossible, because if there were 5 cages, we can see at the moment we've got 2 cages comprising 5 different digits. So if we were trying to allege that there were 5 cages in this puzzle, the remaining 4 digits would be divided between 3 additional cages, which means that there would have to be 2 single cell cages and a double cell cage. But given we're told all the cages have the same total, those 2 would have to be the same number, and that's going to make the rules wrong. So there aren't 5 cages. So there must be 3 cages, each of which sums to 15, and that tells us that that domino is either 6, 9 or 7, 8. That's the only way of making 2 cells add up to 15. Now, there are about 1 million ways of making 3 different Sudoku digits add up to 15. Now, there aren't 1 million, but there are loads. So I suspect that might be as far as we can go with this. Let's think about the others. So if I think it might be, is it maths then? Because this cage adds up to 15. Whoops, that's a terrible way of it. So that's 15. Now a 3-cell Renban the digits on it have to sum to a number divisible by 3. And the way to understand that is because the digits on the Renban are consecutive with one another, consider the middle valued digit and call it x. Well, we then know that there's going to be an x plus 1 digit and an x minus 1 digit on that Renban. And therefore the digits on that Renban will sum to 3x, which is obviously divisible by 3. So 15 is divisible by 3. The whole box is 45. That's divisible by 3. That rem band's divisible by 3. So in order for the box mathematics to work, this orange line, well, it might go further, but the digits on this orange line in box 9 are divisible by 3. The sum of them is divisible by 3. Which actually doesn't really stop anything naughty, does it? I mean, it could still be 159 or something absurd like that. I mean, we do have to be a bit careful with. Yeah, it's interesting that the Pi guy has gone for Dutch whispers. This puzzle wouldn't work with German whispers, which is where the digits have to differ by 5, because on a German whisper line you can't put a digit 5 at all. So there would be no way that you could fulfill this rule that we've got in this puzzle that says all the digits have to appear on the constraint. Because there could be nine cells of German whispers, but you wouldn't be able to put 5 on it at all. It just wouldn't work. You would definitely have a repeat. But 5 does have to appear either in this box on this Dutch whisper or somewhere else in the puzzle. And then the 5 is going to be constrained because the digit next to the 5, or digits next to the 5, have to be 4 different from it. And the only digits that work are 1s and 9s. See, if this was 159, it's not actually. It's not. That's a bit strange, but it isn't. In fact, I've just had a totally different thought to do with that. Okay, if this was 159, I was then thinking what would be the 3-cell rem band. And the 3-cell rem band would have to be 3 consecutive digits, which would then have to be either 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8. Now, neither of those works, because imagine this was 2, 3, 4. Actually, there's loads of reasons this doesn't work, but one reason this doesn't work is if this is 2, 3, 4, on which renban in this puzzle we're told that all lines are at least 2 cells long, where are we putting a 1? Because there is a renban somewhere in this puzzle, we're going to put a 1 on it, and then the next digit, consecutive digit with 1, is a 2, isn't it? But we couldn't put 2 on it because that would repeat the digit on the constraint. So actually I could have done this straight from the start, ignoring everything else in this box. It is simply impossible for that rem band to be 2, 3, 4 or 6, 7, 8. It could be 3, 4, 5. If there is a 2-cell rem band somewhere else that is a 1-2 pair. Now, I feel like it's really difficult for it to be 1, 2, 3. If it's 1, 2, 3, we're going to need some sort of low digit on there. And those are I suppose if that's 1, 2, 3, they'd have to be 4, 5, 6. It's the only way we could make a 15 total work. No, so that wouldn't work. This is not 1, 2, 3. Because then this would be 4, 5, 6, but then these digits would be selected from 7, 8, 9, and yet any adjacent pair are meant to be 4 different from one another. So it won't work. The recording's working, isn't it? Yeah, I sort of had a moment's panic there. So it's not 1, 2, 3. Is it 7, 8, 9? If it's 7, 8, 9, that's still... No, it's not 7, 8, 9. This rem band's weird. It's not 7, 8, 9, because again, this to add up to 15 would be 4, 5, 6. This then would be 1, 2, 3. And none of those can be 4 different from one another. So this renban is not 1, 2, 3. It's not 2, 3, 4. It might be able to be 3, 4, 5. It might be able to be 4, 5, 6. It might be able to be 5, 6, 7. But it's not 6, 7, 8. And it's not 7, 8, 9 either. So I have got rid of quite a lot of the options for it. Now, I have no idea what to do next. Can't. This has got 5 on it. It can't have a 5 in the middle, but it could have a 5 on its edge. It could be 5, 9, and then that could be any low digit. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't know. Am I missing? I might be missing a rule here. Let me just scan the rules again. Sorry, because there were quite a few rules and quite a few pieces of music. Cages all sum to the same. Thermometers. I've not seen a thermometer at all. Nabna. I've not seen a nabna. Yeah, and there's only one other cage in the puzzle, isn't there? Let's just draw it in. We know it's got all the rest of the digits in it because all the cages had to have the same total. That's how we worked out it was 15. So somewhere in the grid, there is a 4-cell 15 cage. I don't really know what to do. Well, when I say I don't really know, I don't actually know how to think about that at all. Sorry, I realise I've clammed up here. I'm not actually. It's a very. I will say this. It's a very clever setup. This. Because it seems crazy that you can actually place a digit. I mean, we're gonna have to place a digit in here, aren't we? So how is that going to work? I mean, it can't be a digit on the Renban because the ordering of the digits is irrelevant on the Renban. It can't be a digit in there because again, the ordering of digits within the killer cage is irrelevant. So somehow, I think we're going to be able to prove this digit, the central digit in that 3-cell string of the Dutch whisper. So that must be forced to either be very high or very low for some reason, or 5. But we thought it couldn't be 5. I mean, that's the most logical, or the most. You see, yeah, even if you had 5 in there or there, that wouldn't tell you whether this was 1 or 9. It could be either. If this is 5, no, it doesn't work. If that's 5, that's 1, 9. And that can't be 2, 3, 4, and it can't be 6, 7, 8. So it's something to do. I think either this is a 1 or a 9. That's what I think. Or no, or maybe it could be 4 or 6. I mean, that is a bizarre thought. But why would we know? I know that is not 4, 5, 6 for the same reason that wasn't. No, that's not even true, is it? That can be 4, 5, 6. In fact, that probably is 4, 5, 6. Now I think about it, because if that's 4, 5, 6, actually, I'm not sure now. I don't know. No, this can't be 4, 5, 6, because then that Renban is either 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9, and the whisper becomes impossible. So that is not 4, 5, 6. So some of the digits, 4, 5, and 6. Well, the thing is, the 6 could go in there. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. Okay, what were the options for the Renbans? because I got rid of a lot. I think there were 3 options, weren't there? There was 3, 4. Oh, whoopsie. Oh, no, that's fine. It was either. It wasn't 2, 3, 4. So it's 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. They are the options. So there is a. Okay. So that's a deduction. There is a 5 on there. All right. That allows me to do one thing. And it's not a very good thing, but I'm going to do it. 5 is on this Remban, but 5 has to appear in a cage. It's not in that cage, because that adds to 15 in 2 cells. It's not in that cage, so it is in that cage. So this has got 5 in it. And it adds to 15. Right, it's now it's got a 1 in it as well, I can tell you. And the way to get that is once there's a 5 in there, which I think there has to be, the other 3 digits in this cage sum to 10. Now, if you don't use a 1 and you're trying to make 3 different Sudoku numbers sum to 10, you have to make them 2, 3, and 5, and that would repeat the 5 that we've just said is in that cage. So it's not that. So there is a 1 in there, and now there is no 1 in this cage. And yes, so there is a 1 on. This is really interesting, actually. So there is a 1 on there, because there's there's a 5 on the Remban. It's a 3-cell sequence, so it can't get as low as 1, and we can't repeat the 1 in the greens. So there is a 1 in one of those, but it's probably here. For some reason, we're going to have to deduce. Now, so okay, so we've got 2 digits in here now, 1 and 5, and the other digits are going to sum to 9. Right, so that means 4 is not in here. Yeah, if 4 was in there, there would be a second 5. So 4 is not in there, 4 is not in there, so 4. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my 15 pencil mark. 4 is in here. So 4, oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Right, because 4 is in there, now that, the Renban can't be 3, 4, 5 or 4, 5, 6. So it has to be 5, 6, 7. Now, so now this, we don't know actually. This cage here, I love the fact I've built this cage and I've got no idea where the 4-cell cage is under the fog. It could be there. But this cage is actually doing it's allowing me to think through the puzzle. There is a 6 or a 7 on this Renban line that is not in there, because it is 5, 6, 7. Let's say this was 6, 9. Then where are we putting the 7 in the green cages? It would have to be in here. So either 6 or 7 is in here, because it's either 7, 8 or 6, 9. The other one is in here, along with a digit that adds up to 9 with that digit. So it's either 3, 6 in there or 2, 7. It's either 3, 6 or 2, 7. Right, so and this pair has only got one of 8 and 9 in it. So the other of 8 and 9 is not in there. It's not in there, it's in there. So this is either 4, 8, and 3. We've got to add to 15. Or it's 4, 9, and 2. One of those things is true. And that's done absolutely diddly squat, look. So this is either... It just takes the 2 digits that are not adding up to 11 on this line. So this is either 1, 2, 9 or 1, 3, 8. So, yeah, okay, that's interesting, because what that means is that on this line there are two low digits. There's either 1 and 3 or 1 and 2. Now they can never be adjacent, can they? So we can never put those low digits in the middle. Because, I mean, if this was a 2, say, it will be next to a 1 on one side of it. So this digit is the high digit. It's the 8 or the 9. And these are from 1, 2, and 3. One of them is a 1. And I still haven't got this. This digit needs to be resolved somehow. So why do we know? This is absolutely bizarre. Have I missed a rule again? I keep thinking I must have missed some absolutely basic point. I've got to put all the digits on all the constraints. Yeah, okay. So on the Renban. Oh, so right. So we now know somewhere in the puzzle there is a 2-cell Renban with an 8 and a 9 on it. Because we've got to put 9 on a Renban, and it couldn't be a 3-cell. Imagine it was a 3-cell Renban with a 9 on it. It would then be 987. The 7 would bump into this one. So somewhere there is a 2-cell 9-8 Renban. And then this one. Oh, that's right. Oh, this is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. That's an 8. Because what would happen if this was a 9? I've lost all my hair, by the way. Hopefully, sort of, it's not going to have a Samson-esque effect on my mental ability. Yeah, look. Although you might be watching this video thinking, he seems awfully slow today. No, I'm sorry. This is, if this was 9, because 1 is in one of those cells, this Dutch whisper uses the digits 1 and 9, but it doesn't use 5. Somewhere in this puzzle, there is a Dutch whisper with a 5 on it, because all the digits are on the Dutch whispers overall. And that 5 must be next to a 1 or a 9, or both. It must be, because it's the only digits that are 5 away from it, or 4 away from it, sorry. So this cannot be 9, and must therefore be 8. And once this is 8, this has the 9 in it. So this is not got 3, 8 in it. So this is 2, 4, 9, which means this is 7, 8, which means this, although it's probably not here, it would be hilarious if it was, but this is 6, 3, isn't it? 1, 3, 5, 6. And because, well, we're going to put the 8 in a moment, but that is how. Isn't it brilliant that you can do this? That box is fillable, and boom. Oh, we didn't get much, actually, did we? We got another line. Oh, although we now know this one doesn't go any further. Yeah, it cleared a bit of fog. Now this one. Oh, I don't know. That's hilarious, isn't it? That somehow, apparently, this is now obvious. It's not obvious to me. What digit? Okay, let's do. What digits have we got left to place on the Dutch Whispers lines? We've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Now, which of these are difficult? 5 is very difficult. 5 would have to be at the end. Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. There's going to have to be a 5 that's next to a 9 somewhere. Because 1 is no longer available. So on one Dutch whisper line somewhere in the puzzle, there is a 5 next to a 9. So let's remove 5 and 9 from there. So 6 is difficult. 6 is very difficult. Right. So 6 is also at the end of a line. How do we know? In fact, 7's got to be at the end of a line. Oh, I see. Right. So it's actually not 5 and 9. The tricky thing here is the 6 and the 7. Because 6 and 7, in terms of the options of what digits we've got left, We know that they're on Dutch whispers somewhere in the puzzle, but the only digits that they can be next to, given the 1 is unavailable, we need digits that are 4 different, and 3 is not available, so it can't help with the 7 either, is 2. So somewhere in this puzzle there must be a Dutch whisper that has got 6, 2, 7, and maybe it's got to be that one. And then the 6 and the 7. Yeah, I think it could only be a 3-cell Dutch whisper, because the 6 and the 7 can't be next to 4, they can't be next to 5, they can't be next to 9. None of those digits are 4 different from 6 or 7. So there is exactly one line which is 3 cells. Oh, no, it's not this one. It can't be this one. Because if that's 2, 6, 7, this cell is 6 and 7 simultaneously. So this is not that one. So this is, well, it's 3 cells. So now we've got to amalgamate the 4, the 5, and the 9. This is a 4, 5, 9 in some order. The 5 can't go in the middle because we said that would have to be surrounded by a 1, 9. So the 9 does go in the middle because the 5 is at one end. And that's just, I didn't clear the fog. But it's true. Oh, I see. Look, I can do more. I can do more because this digit is now a 2. Ah, no, I didn't clear the fog either. Okay, this digit is now a 5. This better clear. Oh, it did. Okay. I did clear the fog. This is a very, very good puzzle, by the way. It is really well sculptured. Now, 2, 6, 7. We've got to remember that. That's going to live on Dutch whispers somewhere in the puzzle. Oh, look. Look. Okay, so this is part of, I don't know where it goes. It could go there, there, there. Maybe other options are available, but this is the 4-cell cage that we've worked out the contents of it. So those 3 cells plus one other, which is not this one. We know this is a 4-cell cage. We just don't know where the 4th digit is. I'm just staring at that to see whether I do know where it is, and my brain is meant to understand where it is. We've got a pink line that, again, we don't know how long those pink lines are. We know that one isn't. Do you remember we knew one of them was a 9-8 pair? Well, it's not that one. Maybe it could be that one. So the digits on this one are, because it can't be 9 and 8, and it can't be 5, 6, 7. It's 1s, 2. Well, those digits on it, we don't know where this is going, but those digits are from 1, 2, and 3. We can't make the assumption this has got a 2 on it. It would have a 2 on it if it was a 2-cell line, because the digits would have to be consecutive, and it would either be a 1, 2 or a 2, 3 pair. It wouldn't be a 2, 3 pair, would it? Because then you couldn't put 1 on a Renban anywhere. So it depends how long that Renban is, I think. I think it could still be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, with a 4 here, maybe. There may be a reason that doesn't work, but wow. I mean, I really hope there is not some way I'm meant to know where 2, 6, and 7 go. Don't know, that's weird. You know, 2, 6, and 7 go on the 3-cell whisper. Is there some reason that that's 9, 8, and I'm just meant to understand that? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, that's Sudoku. Right, thank goodness for that. Right, 8 in this box. It's there. Well, It's in one of these two. So we know on the rem bands, somewhere in the puzzle, there is a 9-8 domino. Or I suppose it could be diagonal. But there's a 9-8 rem band. It's not there now because there's an 8. 8 can't go in this cell. So 8 is looking at this domino. So this one is also like this one. This is from 1, 2, 3, and 4, isn't it? Ah, I see. That's really lovely. Because what that means is that these are the 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can't repeat digits on rem bands. And the 4 can't be on that one. So this is 4, 3. This is 1, 2. Ah, I see. And that gets me a digit here. So 3, 1, 1, 2. Oh, we got more. We got a fingernail. There's a fingernail being revealed here. These digits, what are they? 1, 3, 8, I think. So that one isn't the extension of this one. We know there's a 1, 3, 5, or 6, and I think we either know it's there or there now. If it was here, it would have to be 6. If it was C135 in the column, that would resolve that down there as well. Okay. So this one, this is good. Do you remember we said that the Dutch whisper line that we had left had to be 2, 6, 7? Well, the 2 is going to have to be in the middle, and that's going to have to be that one. And the 7 is, okay, so it gets 6, we get 7. Let me, what did that exactly, does that reveal those yellow ones? I think that's all it's done. The 7 actually has done the 7 and the 8, and aha, that's done something in this box as well. So 7 is now nearly placed in box 8. Okay, what have we got left to put on these lines? 3, 6, 7, 8. And those aren't 6 by Sudoku. These aren't 8 by Sudoku. These are not 3 by Sudoku. Now, can we get rid of 7 and then we'll be... This can't be a 7. Because if that's a 7, that digit beneath it is an 8. And those would be consecutive. It doesn't matter how long that nabna is. You can't have consecutive digits on a nabna. So that has to be 3. Oops. Oh, it didn't clear any fog, though. It's distressing. I don't understand why that's wrong. Oh, well, if this was 6 or 7 now, that would also not work here. Because if this is 6, 7 and that's 6, 7, they're obviously going to be consecutive however long this line is. So that's got to be 8. That's now 7 and that's 6. Ah, that's good. Okay, so even though it didn't clear this one, it was apparently still correct. Oh, that's this now has got to be the 8, 9, doesn't it? Yeah, we've only got 2 more digits to put on rem band, so that's 8, 9. We've got... Can't see how far these nabnas go, but we've got more nabnas up here. So we've got a nabna that's doing that, a nabna that's doing that. Either of these could extend. That's not a 6. Oh, look. My cage went here in the end. So 1, 3, 5, 6. These 2 digits at the top of the column are 7 and 8. We should green that, shouldn't we, to make sure that we appreciate its significance. Can I not do this 4, 9? Apparently not. Okay, what have we got to put on nabnas? We've put 3, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 9. Now we can get rid of 2 from those ones. and nothing from that one, apparently. Right, so I can see what we have to do is Sudoku in this row. Where's 8 in this row? It's got to be there. Hopefully that will... No, of course it didn't clear any fog. Oh, that's distressing, isn't it? What about... Okay, I'm going to do that again. Where's 6 in this row? It's got to be here, I think. Still no fog clearance. Rotten thing. Okay, but that's 1, 3, 5. So this is 4. That's 3. Oh, that's better. Right, that really has cleared fog. 1, 3, 5. So this digit's really restricted. That's 2 or 9 now. This digit is 1, 4, 5, or 9. We've got the total. We've got all the yellow nabners now. There are 9 nabner digits in the Sudoku. So this digit is, well, it's from 1, 2, 4, 5, 9, but it's not 4. You just think that must do something, and apparently not. Really? Okay, in this column we've got 1, 4, and 5 to place. Why is my phone? I can't deal with that at the second. Let's try... What do we think it is? Is it Sudoku? Is it funny rules? What funny rules have we got? Because actually I've done a lot of the funny rules now. I haven't done the nabners. I mean, I can see some obvious points about the nabners, like that can't be a 4-5 pair, but I wasn't planning on making it 4 and 5. I suppose what we could say is that 4 and 5 have to be on different nabners up here. So one of them's got 4 on, the other's got... that's nearly it. It's not it, though. I was thinking maybe I couldn't put 4 on that one, but I can. Wow. Wow. Right. Okay. The pie guy. What have you done here? At the moment, I don't know. I don't know what you've done, and that's very annoying indeed. Wow. I haven't got a clue. I can't do... Oh, I can. I can get a 7 here. That might clear fog. No. No, that's ridiculous. 7s. I've got a 6, 7 pair here. 4, 5 pair here. I don't know what to do. Good grief. Okay, so it's probably going to be... Do we think it's Sudoku somewhere? Let's have a look at row 7, where we need 4, 5, and 9. Whoops. And I do know there's a 5 in one of those cells. I just don't think that's important. And these cells are 2, 4, 6, 9. And again, I just don't know anything. I mean, I will pencil mark it because I'm feeling a bit desperate. 2 and 6 have to be in there. But I know so little about those digits up here. Okay, is it 1 and 2 then on the nabners? So I've seen 1 and 2 have to make an appearance. Oh, no, it's not. That is magnificent. Okay, that's seriously clever. That is seriously clever. That's my favourite bit of the puzzle so far. Wow. I can tell you it's these rows. That is where we need to look. but it's not a thought I've even mentioned. It's beautiful. That is a beautiful piece of logic. Right, the crucial thing we have to recognise is that those cells there cannot contain a repeated digit. Now think about the digit 9. How many 9s are on those Nabner's cells? The answer is a maximum of 1. So where are the 9s in these two rows? How many 9s do we think there are in row 3 and row 4 combined? Well, there's going to be 1 9 in row 3 and 1 9 in row 4. So there are 2 9s, one of which is on the Nabner, none of which are in any of these other cells. 9s here mean these can't be 9, so that's a 9. Yes, that's fantastic. That is a fantastic piece of logic. Now 1, 4, 5 have to now be removed from these cells because they've now appeared on the Nabner. Oh, and also this can't be a 4, 5 pair. So that there has to be a 1 on that domino, which means this doesn't have a 1 on it. So this is, we don't know. It's 2, 9, which are fine to go with 4 or 5. And we've had, okay, look, that's a thermometer here. And this digit's meant to be bigger than that one. Well, that I can do. So that's 7, that's 8. Okay, this now can't be 8 because we've just put 8 on a thermo up here. So this is a very small digit, which means that, unfortunately, there's no pressure on this cell. Let's make sure we draw in at least the bones of what we've been given here. In fact, that tells me this can't be a 1, look. It's the second cell on a thermo. This has to be quite a low digit, and it's not 1 or 2. So that is 3 or 4. Can't be 5, because then this this can't be 6 just by Sudoku. So in the column 1 is placed. In row 1. There's a 1 here, remember. 1 is placed. Doesn't do anything again. No, you rotten old thing. Okay, well that definitely didn't work. Alright, let's try this row, shall we? Because 1, 3 and 5 are in these cells. And that isn't 1. No, that's not it. Good grief, I don't know then. 7 doesn't quite do anything. I was trying to place 7 in box 1 and use a little bit of Sudoku. I tell you what we can do. Where's 6 in box 1? That is a legitimate. That's got to go there. So that is 7 now. Didn't clear any fog. Shouldn't be surprised. This digit in the... look, we've got 3, 4, 5. So a very good chance of a 3 in the corner. Or quite a good chance. I'm desperately looking to see what this might have done, and I'm not seeing anything particularly propitious. So in this column, what do we need? 3, 4, 5? 3, 4, 5, 7. I don't even think that's worthy of pencil marking. 8? Can we do anything with 8? No, don't think so. 8's in one of 2 places in row 1. If we knew that this extended, we'd know the next cell was a 9 in one of those positions. Which might be important. 4 is very nearly placed up here. It's in one of 2 places. Oh, goodness. Right, okay. So it's going to be something to do with thermos, isn't it? It must be. Oh, I tell you what. Where's 8 in this row? I seem to have a 1, 3 pair that I've never seen, so I'm put 8 in, 8 up here. Please click. Oh, it did. That's good. Okay, so it was Sudoku actually. Let's double click 8s. No, we can't resolve them. But we've got a new thermo here, although we don't know whether it's the same as this thermo. It would be great if it was. Well, we do know that's not a 9. because that's not the tip of the thermo. Yeah, I can see what that's doing actually. Yeah, that's lovely. Right. So I still don't know whether these join up, but I've now got on thermocells, this thermocell and those two thermocells there are 4 and 5. I don't know the order, but that means I can't have any other cell on thermos that's 4 or 5. So that has to be 3. Oh, it's not. No, it's not in the corner. So now we might colour these actually. Let's make this one orange because these are not the same because they're both on thermos. So that one has to be that one in the corner. And in row 1, we need 2, 6, 9. So let's see if that helps us. That's definitely not 6. Nope. And nope. That didn't work. Oh dear. If we knew that this extended, we might be in business. This digit has to be more than... It's got to be at least... Oh, I see. No, this is good. We've had 7 and 8 on the thermos already. So how can we fill this thermo? It's got to be 6 and 9. It's got to be in that order. And now that digit is not 9. This digit is not 6. This digit is not 9. Oh, the 9 does this one. So that's 2. That's 9. That's 6 now. So this isn't 6. This has come right... Oh, this is not 2 either. So that's 4. It's still being recalcitrant. But that gives us 5, which we know is the same as that one. So, oh, whoa, look at that. That's everything. Cleared all the fog. So surely I just look at the thermos now, don't I? Yeah, I've had 3 on a thermo. So 1, 3. So I've not had 2. I must have a 2. Look, it's a tiny little thermo here. So this is 9. This is 6. This is 2. This is 9. It might be kind now, because we sort of have, we've resolved a lot of the questions, haven't we? What do we need in box 6? 2, 6, 7? So that's 6. That's 6, that's 7, that's 7, that's 2. Lovely. This is a 4-5 pair. This is a something, technical term for a 2. Where do you think now? 1, oh no, that can't be 4, look. 1, 3, 5. So this is 3 or 5. That one is 1, 3 or 5. That was not where to look. Bobbins. That can't be 1. So we know the 1 on that nabna is there. So this is a 4. So that's a 5. That's a 4. I'll take 1 out of this cell. We need 3, 5, and 9, which we can get that one. That's 5. Whoops. 5, 3, 5, 9. In this column, what do we need? 3. 3 in the middle of the grid. We've not put 4 or 1. Oh dear. Okay, that's not... Well, it's going to be resolved by this 3, 5, isn't it? So we're going to get the 1. That's going to give us the 1. That's going to give us the 4. In row 5, we need 2 and 7, which we can place. We've got 4 and 5 in box 7. That's resolved. This is now 5. So that's 5. That's 3. That's 1. We need 4 and 3 here. I think we've done the puzzle, actually. It feels like it's given up, doesn't it? It resisted manfully, and now... Well, let's just check. Yes. Congratulations, you solved the puzzle. Did you spot the musical note? No, I didn't, I'm afraid. Okay, let's get rid of my colouring. I'm afraid I didn't spot that. I'm so sorry. Musical note. Is that a sort of quaver here? Is that... Maybe that's what's going on. And then that over there, down there, something like that. Is that it? Or maybe those as well. Maybe those as well. Maybe so. Let's just fill in those. Does that? No, that doesn't look quite the same. Maybe that's the musical note, or maybe that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, musically keen I am, and I am very keen on that puzzle. That was remarkably clever. The start's brilliant. The fact that you can actually deduce anything, let alone that was an 8, was fantastic. One of the great sort of opening ideas I've seen in Fog of War, that one. And let me know in the comments how you got on with the puzzle. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.